children. You know I hate it when you fight.
Lucifer is a cult favorite American fantasy series that premiered in 2016. Throughout the 5 seasons that have aired so far, we have seen plenty of interesting behind-the-scenes footage and interviews from the show. However, there's not much information out there about the Lucifer set rules and the things the cast of the show can and can't do while they're filming. Are the producers of the show strict or lenient with actors? In today's video, we're going to be telling you all about the strict rules the cast of Lucifer must follow. Stay tuned because you don't want to miss this list. But before we get into the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel with the notifications turned on so you don't miss any of the new videos we post. Number 1. They can only be on Lucifer. The first rule we'll be talking about today is that the members of the Lucifer cast are only allowed to be on one show. That's right, during times of filming, the actors on Lucifer aren't allowed to participate in any other projects. This rule makes a lot of sense, as filming for the show is very time-consuming and the actors need to give it their all. If they were distracted from filming another show, the end product of Lucifer might not be as high quality. Of course, this policy might be a little annoying for actors who want to participate in creative projects or expand their portfolio while also acting on the show. Thankfully, the producers of Lucifer sometimes make exceptions. Occasionally, actors are allowed to make cameos and guest appearances on other shows as long as they ask the producers of Lucifer for permission first. For example, Tom Ellis guest starred on 2 episodes of Queen America while on Lucifer. Additionally, actors are allowed to appear on other shows if it has a connection to their role on Lucifer. As an example for this, Tom Ellis appeared on a 2019 episode of The Flash titled Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 3 as his character, Lucifer Morningstar. Number 2. On-set passwords. Another thing you might not know about Lucifer is that every member of the cast and crew has an on-set password. This isn't a rule that's entirely exclusive to Lucifer, though. Netflix has adopted this policy with a lot of their shows. Lucifer hasn't always been a Netflix show, but the program moved from Fox to Netflix in between the 3rd and 4th seasons. Ever since then, Lucifer has had on-set passwords. Let me explain. Netflix uses a high-security password strategy to keep things organized on set and prevent any leaks of information about the show. Each member of the cast and crew are assigned a unique, complicated password when they arrive on set. These passwords are used to sign in and out of the set and to keep track of who has access to what information. For example, the passwords can tell who had access to what scripts and which actors and crew were in the room while filming each scene. This way, if anything about the show leaks, Netflix's producers can figure out who could have leaked the information. This might seem like a strict precaution, but this rule safeguards the new episodes of Lucifer and makes sure that nothing gets spoiled before the episodes are released. Number 3. Nudity and swearing. Throughout the last 5 seasons, the show Lucifer has had some rules change about nudity and swearing. As we said before, the show was originally on the Fox network. However, after the 3rd season of Lucifer, Fox decided they no longer wanted the program and canceled the show. Fans were upset that the show had ended on such an interesting cliffhanger, and eventually Netflix picked up the show for a 4th season. Lucifer has done very well on Netflix so far, and the show has 5 seasons now, with a 6th season confirmed. During the switch from Fox to Netflix, some rules about what was allowed on the show changed. Since Fox is a television network, there were stricter rules about things like swearing and nudity since the shows premiered on live TV. Since Netflix is just a streaming platform, they can afford to be a little more lax about mature content on the show. While the first 3 seasons of Lucifer didn't have much swearing or nudity, things changed in Season 4. In Season 4, there is stronger language, and even a couple of scenes where Tom Ellis shows his bare butt. When asked about the changes made when the show moved networks, Ellis said, "Once we were sort of tantalized by these new boundaries, or lack of boundaries, part of the charm of the show was we had to work around stuff even though the nature of the show was this evil, naughty character. It's always been more about suggestions, and that's more fun." Number 4. A strict regiment for Tom Ellis. Speaking of nude scenes, the actor Tom Ellis, who plays Lucifer Morningstar, has to follow a strict regimen to keep his body in tip-top shape for the show. Between seasons 3 and 4, Tom Ellis started hitting the gym to prepare for his upcoming nude scenes. During the show's break, the actor underwent a rigorous 3-month diet and exercise regime to prepare for the upcoming season. At one point, Ellis posted an Instagram snapshot of his progress with the hashtag #DevilTraining, proving that he underwent the strict regimen for the purposes of the show. 3 months of training, 2 hours a day, 6 days a week, a tailored diet, and more water than I've ever drank has got me almost to my goal, the actor's Instagram post stated. Thankfully, it looks like Ellis's work paid off. In 2018, the actor was named to People's Magazine's Sexiest Man Alive issue. After that, Ellis's nude scenes and ripped body premiered on Netflix in Lucifer Season 4. Fans loved the scenes and Tom Ellis's amazing body. And the show got even better when Lucifer Lucifer was that much more devilishly handsome. Number 5. No phones on set. The next rule we'll be talking about today is that no phones are allowed on set. This is a pretty common rule for television and movie sets, and the set of Lucifer is no exception. The no phones rule is mostly for security. If an actor or crew member takes a selfie or posts a picture on set, they could accidentally include spoilers for the show in the background. Even if the actors are careful about not leaking information, it's still better safe than sorry to keep phones off set. Since Lucifer is a high-profile show and many of the actors are very famous, there's a possibility that hackers could try to hack into their phones and leak information about the upcoming seasons for the show. Even if the actors are careful with their phones and know not to post pictures on set, there's always the possibility that they could be hacked. Isn't that kind of scary? So, the set of Lucifer is a phone-free zone. It's okay though, it's probably for the best. Not having phones around probably means the cast and crew have more time to focus on doing their best work. Number 6. There are rules about what they can say in interviews. If you thought the no phones rule was tough, get this. There are rules about what the cast of Lucifer can say in interviews. That's right, the actors from Lucifer have had specific training and instructions on what they can and can't say when they're doing interviews for the show. For instance, the actors are not allowed to talk negatively about the show, network, or any of their co-workers. Even if there was beef between some of the stars on set, you wouldn't be hearing about it from them. This rule helps protect the show's reputation as well as the reputation of its actors. If any of the actors are going through a tough time or a scandal, they're at least guaranteed that their co-stars won't talk about it in interviews. The cast and crew of Lucifer seem pretty happy in behind-the-scenes videos, so hopefully they wouldn't have anything too bad to say even if it weren't for this rule. Number 7. They have to rehearse. Another thing about the set of Lucifer is that the filming process is very expensive, meaning every minute counts and the directors and producers don't like to waste any time. As a result, actors need to make sure that they are always rehearsed and ready to film their scenes. One of the most important areas for rehearsal is stunt training. That's right, the show has a lot of different stunts and special effects, and it's super important that the actors are prepared for those scenes. Before the scenes are shot, actors learn the fighting moves by heart, and sometimes even practice short scenes for hours on end. Ever wonder why Lucifer Morningstar has such awesome fighting moves? This is why. The extensive practice ensures that the scenes don't waste too much time when they're being filmed, and that no one gets hurt when attempting to do stunts on set. Since the show has gone on for so many seasons, there's no doubt that many of the actors on Lucifer have had lots of time to practice and improve their fighting skills. Number 8. No changing appearances. This last rule is also pretty common for the sets of television shows and movies, but it's really important for the filming process. During the filming of the show, actors are not allowed to make any change to their appearance. That's right, it's written into their contract that the actors aren't allowed to get any haircuts, tattoos, piercings, or fake tans without asking the producers for permission first. This is because scenes are often shot out of order, meaning the scene they film one day might not necessarily come before the scene they film the next day. Because of this, it's really important that the actors keep their appearances as consistent as possible. Just imagine if Tom Ellis randomly had blonde hair for a couple of scenes in an episode. It would look completely crazy and would make no sense with the storyline. As a result, actors are banned from making any drastic changes in their appearance while on the show. Is this a fair rule? Let me know what you guys think. And with that, we wrap up today's video. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time!